When Jennifer found anonymous letters in her mailbox claiming her husband was cheating, she thought it was a cruel prank. She had no idea they were coming from the one person she trusted most, her mother-in-law. Jennifer and Michael had been married for 2 years. They were happy. They laughed together, cooked dinner together, and talked about starting a family. Michael was kind, patient, and completely devoted to Jennifer. He called her every day during lunch breaks just to hear her voice. He left little notes on the bathroom mirror that said, "I love you and you're beautiful." Their life felt like a dream. Michael's mother, Catherine, had welcomed Jennifer into the family with open arms. At least, that's what Jennifer thought. Catherine was a widow who lived alone in a big house across town. She called Jennifer sweetheart and invited her over for tea every Sunday. She gave Jennifer family recipes and told her stories about Michael's childhood. Jennifer felt lucky. Not everyone got along with her mother-in-law, but Catherine seemed perfect. One Tuesday morning, Jennifer walked out to check the mail. Between the bills and advertisements, she found a plain white envelope with no return address. Her name was written in neat handwriting across the front. She opened it. Inside was a single piece of paper with a typed message. "Your husband is lying to you. He's seeing someone else. Check his phone." Jennifer's heart dropped. Her hands shook as she read it again. This had to be a joke, a mistake. Michael would never cheat on her. She crumpled the letter and threw it in the trash. But all day, the words echoed in her mind. Check his phone. That evening, when Michael came home from work, Jennifer watched him carefully. He kissed her on the forehead, like always. He asked about her day like always. He seemed normal. "Everything okay?" Michael asked, noticing her staring. "Yeah," Jennifer said quickly. "Just tired." But she wasn't tired. She was terrified. 2 days later, another letter arrived. This one said, "He's been texting her late at night. You deserve to know the truth." Jennifer's stomach twisted. She wanted to ignore it, but doubt had already planted itself in her mind. That night, after Michael fell asleep, Jennifer did something she never thought she'd do. She picked up his phone from the nightstand. Her hands trembled as she typed in his passcode. She opened his messages. Nothing suspicious, just work emails, texts from his brother, and a group chat with his friends. Relief washed over her. The letters were fake. Someone was trying to mess with her head. But then she saw a text from a number with no name attached. It was sent at 11:30 the night before. "Thanks for tonight. Can't wait to see you again." Jennifer's heart stopped. She scrolled up through the conversation. More messages. Flirty messages. Plans to meet up. Tears filled her eyes. This couldn't be real. She shook Michael awake. "Who is this?" she demanded, shoving the phone in his face. Michael blinked, confused. He looked at the screen. His face went pale. "Jennifer, I can explain." "Explain what? That you're cheating on me?" "No, I'm not cheating. That's not what this is." "Then what is it?" Michael ran his hand through his hair, panicking. "That's my co-worker, Lisa. We've been working late on a project. That's all." "Working late? Then why is she texting you, 'Thanks for tonight,' and can't wait to see you again?" "Because we grabbed dinner after work. It was innocent, I swear." Jennifer stared at him, tears streaming down her face. She wanted to believe him, but the letters had planted seeds of doubt that were growing like weeds. "Why didn't you tell me you were having dinner with another woman?" "Because I didn't think it was a big deal," Michael said, his voice rising. "She's just a co-worker." Jennifer didn't know what to believe anymore. The letters, the texts, the late nights Michael had been coming home. Everything felt wrong. The next morning, Jennifer went to Catherine's house. She needed someone to talk to, someone who would understand. Catherine opened the door with a warm smile. "Jennifer, sweetheart, what a lovely surprise. Come in." Jennifer sat at Catherine's kitchen table, crying. She told her everything. The letters, the texts, Michael's explanation. Catherine listened, her face full of concern. She reached across the table and squeezed Jennifer's hand. "Oh, honey," Catherine said softly. "I'm so sorry. Men can be so foolish. Do you think he's telling the truth?" Jennifer asked desperately. Catherine hesitated. Then she said, "I don't know, dear, but I do know my son, and he's always been a little too friendly with women." Jennifer's chest tightened. "What do you mean?" "I just mean he's charming. Women are drawn to him, and sometimes he doesn't realize when he's crossing a line." Jennifer felt her world tilting. Even Michael's own mother seemed to doubt him. "What should I do?" Jennifer whispered. Catherine squeezed her hand tighter. "Trust your instincts, sweetheart. If something feels wrong, it probably is." Jennifer left Catherine's house feeling more confused than ever. She didn't know who to trust. Her husband, her mother-in-law, herself. But what Jennifer didn't know was that Catherine had been the one writing the letters all along. Over the next few weeks, more letters arrived. Each one was worse than the last. He bought her jewelry. Checked the credit card statement. He's planning to leave you. She's prettier than you. That's why he wants her. Jennifer felt like she was losing her mind. She checked Michael's credit cards. She went through his emails. She watched him like a hawk. Michael noticed. "Why are you acting like this?" he asked one night, frustrated. "I've told you 100 times, I'm not cheating." "Then why do I keep getting letters saying you are?" Jennifer shot back. Michael's face hardened. "What letters?" Jennifer showed him. He read them, his jaw clenching tighter with each word. "This is insane," Michael said. "Someone is messing with us." "Or you're lying," Jennifer said, her voice breaking. Michael looked at her with hurt in his eyes. "You really think I'd do that to you?" Jennifer didn't answer. She didn't know what to think anymore. The doubt was eating her alive. She couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't focus at work. Every time Michael's phone buzzed, her heart raced. Every time he left the house, she wondered where he was really going. Their marriage was falling apart. Meanwhile, Catherine called Jennifer almost every day. "How are you holding up, sweetheart?" she'd ask, her voice dripping with false concern. Jennifer confided in her. She told her about every fight, every suspicion, every sleepless night. And Catherine listened. She nodded sympathetically. She offered advice that always seemed to make things worse. "Maybe you should give him some space," Catherine would say. Or, "Maybe he needs time to figure out what he really wants." Jennifer didn't realize that every conversation with Catherine was widening the gap between her and Michael. One evening, Michael tried to hold Jennifer's hand during dinner. She pulled away. "I can't do this anymore," Jennifer said quietly. "Can't do what?" "This. Us. I can't keep wondering if you're lying to me." Michael's face fell. "Jennifer, please. I'm not lying. I don't know who's sending those letters, but it's not true." "Then why would someone do this?" Jennifer demanded. "Why would someone make this up?" Michael had no answer. He just sat there, looking defeated. That night, they slept in separate rooms for the first time since they'd gotten married. Jennifer cried herself to sleep. She felt like she was drowning, like everything good in her life was slipping away. The next morning, another letter arrived. This one said, "He's going to ask for a divorce soon. Save yourself a heartbreak and leave first." Jennifer stared at the letter, her hands shaking. Was Michael really planning to leave her? She called Catherine, sobbing. "I don't know what to do. I think he's going to divorce me." "Oh, sweetheart," Catherine said. "Maybe it's for the best. You deserve someone who treats you right." "But I love him," Jennifer said. "I know you do," Catherine said gently. "But sometimes love isn't enough." Jennifer hung up feeling more hopeless than ever. Even Michael's own mother seemed to think their marriage was over. Days turned into weeks. Jennifer and Michael barely spoke. The house that used to be filled with laughter was now cold and silent. Michael tried to fix things. He brought Jennifer Flowers. He cooked her favorite meals. He begged her to talk to him. But Jennifer had built a wall around her heart. She was too scared to let him back in. One Saturday afternoon, Michael sat beside Jennifer on the couch. "I need you to believe me," he said, his voice raw. "I have never cheated on you. I would never do that." Jennifer looked at him. She saw the pain in his eyes, the exhaustion, the desperation. Part of her wanted to believe him, but the letters had poisoned her mind. "I don't know what to believe anymore," Jennifer whispered. Michael's shoulders slumped. "Then I don't know what else to do." That night, Jennifer sat alone in the kitchen, staring at the stack of letters she kept hidden in a drawer. She read through them again, looking for clues, looking for anything that might tell her who was doing this. And then she noticed something she hadn't seen before. The handwriting on the envelopes. It was neat, elegant, familiar. Jennifer's heart started to race. She grabbed her purse and pulled out a birthday card Catherine had given her a few months ago. She compared the handwriting. Her breath caught in her throat. It was the same. Jennifer's hands shook. No, it couldn't be. Catherine wouldn't do this. She was like a mother to Jennifer. She was kind, supportive, loving, but the handwriting didn't lie. Jennifer felt sick. If Catherine was writing the letters, why would she try to destroy her own son's marriage? Jennifer needed answers. She needed proof. The next morning, Jennifer drove to Catherine's house. She didn't call ahead. She just showed up. Catherine opened the door, smiling. Jennifer was surprised. "Can I come in?" Jennifer asked, her voice tight. "Of course, sweetheart." Jennifer walked inside. Her heart pounded. She didn't know how to confront Catherine, didn't know what to say. But then she saw it. On Catherine's kitchen counter, a stack of plain white envelopes. The same kind of letters had come in. Jennifer's stomach dropped. "What are those?" she asked, pointing. Catherine glanced at the envelopes. For a split second, her smile faltered. "Oh, just some correspondence." Jennifer walked over and picked one up. Her name was already written on it, in that same neat, elegant handwriting. Jennifer turned to Catherine, her eyes filling with tears. "It was you." Catherine's face went cold. "I don't know what you're talking about. You've been sending me those letters. You've been trying to make me think Michael is cheating." Catherine said nothing. She just stared at Jennifer with an expression that sent chills down her spine. "Why?" Jennifer whispered. "Why would you do this?" Catherine's mask finally fell. "Because you're not good enough for my son." Jennifer felt like the floor had dropped out from under her. "What?" Catherine's eyes hardened. "You heard me. You're not good enough for Michael. You never were. But you welcomed me into the family. You called me sweetheart. You." "I was being polite," Catherine snapped. "I thought maybe you'd turn out to be someone worthy of my son. But you're weak, insecure. You're dragging him down." Jennifer's hands trembled. "So you try to destroy our marriage?" "I try to open your eyes," Catherine said coldly. "I wanted you to see that you and Michael aren't right for each other. I wanted you to leave before you ruined his life." "Ruined his life?" Jennifer's voice rose. "I love him." "Love isn't enough," Catherine said. "Michael deserves someone strong. Someone who comes from a good family. Someone who can give him the life he deserves." "Someone like who?" Jennifer demanded. Catherine smiled. "Someone like Rebecca." Jennifer's blood ran cold. "Who's Rebecca?" "A lovely girl from our country club. Her father is a successful lawyer. She's educated, accomplished, and she's had a crush on Michael since they were teenagers." Jennifer felt sick. "You've been trying to set Michael up with someone else?" "I've been trying to give him options," Catherine said. "But you kept clinging to him like a desperate little mouse." Tears streamed down Jennifer's face. "Does Michael know about this?" "Of course not," Catherine said. "And he never will, unless you tell him. But who would believe you? You're the paranoid wife who's been accusing him of cheating for weeks." Jennifer stared at Catherine, realizing just how calculated this whole plan had been. Catherine had manipulated her, poisoned her mind, and driven a wedge between her and Michael, all while pretending to be supportive. "You're evil," Jennifer whispered. Catherine's smile widened. "I'm a mother protecting her son." Jennifer turned and ran out of the house. She got in her car, her hands shaking so badly she could barely grip the steering wheel. She drove straight to Michael's office. She burst through the door, tears streaming down her face. Michael looked up, alarmed. "Jennifer? What's wrong?" "It was your mother," Jennifer sobbed. "She's been writing the letters. She's been trying to break us up." Michael's face went pale. "What?" Jennifer told him everything. Catherine's confession, the envelopes on her counter, Rebecca, all of it. Michael stood there, frozen in shock. Then his face twisted with anger. "She did what?" "I'm so sorry," Jennifer cried. "I should have believed you. I should have trusted you." Michael pulled her into his arms. "It's not your fault. She manipulated you." "I almost lost you," Jennifer sobbed into his chest. "You didn't lose me," Michael said firmly. "You'll never lose me." They held each other for a long time. When they finally pulled apart, Michael's jaw was set with determination. "We're going to my mother's house," he said. "Now." They drove to Catherine's house together. Michael didn't knock. He used his key and walked right in. Catherine was in the living room, calmly drinking tea. She looked up, surprised to see both of them. "Michael, darling, what a—" "Don't," Michael said, his voice hard. "Don't call me darling. Don't pretend like you care about me." Catherine's expression shifted. "Michael, I don't know what Jennifer told you, but she told me the truth," Michael said, "that you've been trying to destroy my marriage, that you've been sending anonymous letters to my wife, that you've been lying and manipulating both of us." Catherine's face paled. "I was trying to protect you." "From what?" Michael demanded. "From the woman I love? From happiness? From making a mistake?" Catherine stood up, her composure cracking. "She's not right for you, Michael. She's not from our world. She doesn't understand." "Our world," Michael repeated, disgusted. "What world? The one where you control everything? The one where I have no say in my own life?" "I'm your mother," Catherine said, her voice trembling. "Everything I do is for you." "No," Michael said. "Everything you do is for you. You couldn't stand that I chose Jennifer. You couldn't stand that I'm happy with someone you didn't pick. That's not true." "It is true." Michael's voice echoed through the house. "And you know what the worst part is? I trusted you. Jennifer trusted you. We both thought you loved us." Catherine's eyes filled with tears. "I do love you." "No, you don't," Michael said quietly. "You love controlling me. There's a difference." He took Jennifer's hand. "We're leaving, and don't bother calling. Don't bother showing up at our house. You're not welcome in our lives anymore." "Michael, please." Catherine reached for him. Michael pulled away. "Goodbye, Mom." They walked out, leaving Catherine standing alone in her big empty house. In the car, Jennifer squeezed Michael's hand. "Are you okay?" Michael took a shaky breath. "No, but I will be." That evening, they sat together on their couch, exhausted but relieved. The truth was finally out. The lies were finally exposed. "I'm so sorry I doubted you," Jennifer said again. "You had every reason to doubt me," Michael said. "She made sure of that." "But I should have trusted you," Jennifer insisted. Michael kissed her forehead. "We both learned something. Trust is important, but so is protecting that trust." Jennifer nodded. "What do we do now?" Michael looked at her. "We move forward. Together." The weeks after confronting Catherine were difficult. Jennifer and Michael had to rebuild what had been broken. Trust didn't return overnight, but they worked at it. They talked more. They were honest about their feelings. They went to couples therapy. Slowly, the walls came down. The doubt faded. The love that had always been there started to shine through again. Catherine tried to reach out. She called. She sent letters, real letters this time, with apologies written in her handwriting. She showed up at their house a few times. But Michael held firm. He told her she needed to respect their boundaries. She needed to accept that Jennifer was his wife, and that her manipulations would never be forgiven easily. Catherine sent one final letter. It was different from the others. Shorter, more genuine. Michael, I know I hurt you. I know I was wrong. I let my own fears and insecurities destroy something beautiful. I don't expect forgiveness. I just want you to be happy, even if that happiness does include me. Michael read the letter several times. He showed it to Jennifer. What do you think? He asked. Jennifer thought about it. I think she's finally being honest. But that doesn't mean we have to let her back in. Michael nodded. I'm not ready. Maybe someday, but not now. That's okay, Jennifer said. You don't owe her anything. Michael folded the letter and put it in a drawer. Maybe one day he'd respond. Maybe one day he'd be ready to have a relationship with his mother again. But that day wasn't today. And that was okay. Months passed. Jennifer and Michael grew stronger. They laughed again. They made plans for the future again. They talked about starting a family. One evening, they were cooking dinner together when Jennifer said, You know, I've been thinking. About what? Michael asked, chopping vegetables. About forgiveness. Jennifer said, Not for your mother, but for myself. Michael looked at her, curious. I've been so angry at myself for doubting you, Jennifer explained, for not trusting you. But I realize now that your mother was really good at what she did. She knew exactly how to manipulate me, and falling for it doesn't make me weak. You're not weak, Michael said firmly. I know, Jennifer said, but I needed to hear for myself. Michael put down the knife and pulled her into a hug. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of us, Jennifer said. They stood there in their kitchen, holding each other, feeling grateful for everything they'd survived. A few months later, Jennifer ran into Catherine at the grocery store. It was the first time they'd seen each other since the confrontation. Catherine looked older, tired, smaller somehow. They stood in the cereal aisle, staring at each other. Jennifer, Catherine said quietly. Catherine, Jennifer replied. An awkward silence hung between them. How are you? Catherine asked. I'm good, Jennifer said honestly. Really good. Catherine nodded. I'm glad. Jennifer studied her former mother-in-law. She saw regret in Catherine's eyes. Real, genuine regret. I'm sorry, Catherine said, her voice breaking. I know I've said it before, but I need you to know I mean it. What I did was unforgivable. Jennifer took a breath. You're right. It was unforgivable. Catherine's face fell. But, Jennifer continued, I'm not carrying that anger anymore. Not for you. For me, I'm choosing to let it go. Does that mean... Catherine's eyes filled with hope. It means I forgive you, Jennifer said. But forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. And it doesn't mean going back to how things were. Catherine nodded, tears streaming down her face. I understand. Maybe someday we can have a relationship again, Jennifer said. But that's up to Michael, and it's going to take time. A lot of time. I'll wait, Catherine whispered, as long as it takes. Jennifer nodded and walked away. She didn't feel angry. She didn't feel bitter. She just felt free. That evening, she told Michael about the encounter. How do you feel? He asked. Lighter, Jennifer said, like I finally put down something heavy I'd been carrying. Michael smiled. I'm glad. Do you think you'll ever forgive her? Jennifer asked. Michael thought about it. Maybe, but not because she deserves it. Because I deserve peace. Jennifer kissed him. That's the right reason. A year later, Jennifer and Michael welcomed their first child, a baby girl they named Grace. Catherine sent a gift, a handmade blanket with a note that said, "Congratulations. I hope one day I can meet her." Michael read the note and smiled sadly. "One day," he said, "but not yet." Jennifer agreed. Some wounds took longer to heal than others. But as Jennifer held her baby girl in her arms, she realized something important. The betrayal she'd experienced had almost destroyed her, but it had also taught her something valuable. It taught her that trust is precious. That family isn't always blood. That forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, not the person who hurt you. And most importantly, it taught her that love, real love, can survive even the darkest storms. Michael sat beside her, looking at their daughter with tears in his eyes. "She's perfect," he whispered. "Just like us," Jennifer said, smiling. They sat together in peaceful silence, holding their daughter, feeling grateful for the journey that had brought them here. Jennifer thought about Catherine, about the letters, about the pain, about the healing, and she realized something beautiful. Betrayal doesn't define you. How you respond to it does. She had chosen forgiveness over bitterness, love over hate, healing over revenge. And in doing so, she had found something more powerful than justice. She had found peace. As Jennifer rocked her baby girl to sleep, she whispered a promise. "I'll teach you to be strong, to trust wisely, to forgive freely, and to never let anyone steal your joy." Michael squeezed her hand. "We'll teach her together." Jennifer smiled, because she knew without a doubt that their love had survived the ultimate test, and nothing, not even the cruelest betrayal, could ever break what they had built. Sometimes, life doesn't give you revenge. It doesn't give you the satisfaction of watching your enemies fall. Instead, it gives you something better. It gives you the strength to rise above, the wisdom to forgive, the courage to love again. And that's the kind of victory that lasts forever,